Hello and welcome to another episode of Traders Classroom. Michael Madden with you. We're going to take a look at Euro US dollar. We're going to take a look at a zigzag pattern and we're going to discuss trading setups. So when we're looking for trading setups in the direction of the trend, we're going to rely on analyzing or locating a corrective pullback or a corrective rally if it's a downtrend. And it's that correction that is the setup for either the next 5 waves we would expect, because when we have a corrective pattern, if we've had 5 waves into it, we're either favoring we have 5 waves out of the pattern in a zigzag, or we maybe have a third wave unfolding. So understanding this 5-3 setup is important. So I want to give you some context here first. Here is the daily chart of Euro US dollar going back there 31st of January. On the left hand side, and there is the 4-hour chart on the right hand side. So without getting into too much detail of the wave count, we have what we think is a significant low in place at 101.77. From there, counting an impulse advance, purple wave 1, and then against that 105.33 peak, we're looking for a corrective pullback to unfold. So here we would have 5 up, a corrective pullback unfolding. So when this pattern ends, we have the expectation that 5 waves will unfold to the upside, wave 3, or at least a C wave of a zigzag if the higher wave recount ends up being wrong. We have no guarantees at any stage or anything within the market. We have probabilities. So we're working on a probability that this is a significant low, and is there opportunities around it. So working with key levels, pattern development, etc. That's what we do. So to get some context, we're looking for wave 2 to end, and if we can locate the end of that pattern, we then have consideration for a setup for higher. Of course, now before we move on to the next chart, we have to put this into context too. So what opportunities are we looking for? We're going to discuss intraday opportunities, so we're going to look at lower timeframes. However, on a daily chart, or even looking at this from the weekly perspective, if somebody's considering, well, if this is a significant low at 101.77 and there's the potential for this market to get above 112.09, which we would expect if the third wave is unfolding, if the 5 waves into 101.77 has completed a higher wave degree pattern, i.e. if it's wave C, yes, there's a significant potential against that key level. So we could actually just say, well, I'm not waiting for this correction to unfold. I'm trading on higher time frame charts, so I'm willing to accept the risk associated here, which would be, say, pick anywhere where price action is currently trading. You know you're wrong on a break of 101.77, so we can calculate a reward to risk under that scenario, and then if it fits our profile, i.e. if it's greater than 3 to 1, which is my profile, we then have something to consider and take on the risk, because we know there's always risk. So now getting down to the intraday work, or what the example we're going to look at, it's too early from an intraday perspective to go considering here or front running this market and saying, well, I'm expecting wave 2 to end, so I just can't wait. I'm not going to be around for it, and I'm just going to get bullish on an immediate current price action. After all, we do have quite a strong bar actually currently unfolding. And that would be high risk, so you're not waiting for the pattern to end. And you haven't violated an upside key level, i.e. 104.68. On a push above that, that may be evidence, or it would be early evidence that maybe we have 3 waves in place and the uptrend is potentially resuming. It is a very bullish backdrop, so that is something that we would want to be considering. It is a scenario where you would be starting to consider breakout strategies. So if we start to break above key levels, we then have to be considering the trend may be resuming to the upside, and I could work with that.
Keep your trader education going with 3 short video lessons per week using real markets, real charts with real learning. 3 times a week, our Traders Classroom instructor gives a short video lesson to show you how to combine Elliott waves with other indicators to achieve that confident market view that every trader strives for. Learn more by following the links in this video's description.